Hi everyone. I just wanted to pop in really quick. So it's actually been um, a really busy day for a Monday. Maybe partly because it's the last day of Q3. I'm sure most of you know, we have 4 quarters to a year, and so today being September 30 is the last day of Q3, and so tomorrow starts quarter 4 and the last quarter of the year. And so, for a lot of us, depending on how you approach business or how you just even approach your year, um, tomorrow is basically preseason or it starts preseason for what you're going to be doing again for the rest of the year because that leads into next year. And so, partly why I wanted to pop in really quick in between meetings is the thought that came to mind to me for today was feast versus famine. And um, for those who may not be familiar with what that means, I guess, from a general sense, feast is having an abundance of meals, being able to eat and have a lot of food, if you will, or a lot available. And famine is not having so much available. Maybe not having a lot, having to scrounge. If you think about animals, and maybe I'm thinking about animals because I just went to a safari a couple of weeks ago. In thinking about famine, they have to hunt for their food. They have to hold on to what they have, or maybe they don't have a lot. So, feast versus famine. In thinking about this relating to business, a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs, depending on how they're running their business, they could be in a feast versus famine type of season. What does that mean? If you are an entrepreneur and your business is thriving, if you will, if you have a lot of clients coming in, if you're really busy relating to the services that you're providing or the products that you're selling, you can be in a feast season where there's a lot happening and you have an overage of what you're doing, as opposed to a famine season where maybe things aren't as flowing as they generally are. You maybe have not as many clients as you normally have, or you might not be as busy as you normally are, and you're not bringing in as much revenue or as much income as maybe you're used to doing in your busy season. And so when you're thinking about whether you're in a feast versus famine season, that also, I think, also plays into your mindset, right? If you think about an abundance versus a scarcity mindset, a lot of times just depending on, again, what type of business you're in. So, for example, as many of you know, I have a tax business, right? And so when you think about taxes, or most people when they're thinking about tax filing season, that is generally between January to April. So, for most tax professionals, or for most people who are doing taxes or filing taxes, their feast season could be between January and April because there is an abundance of clients, there's an abundance of business, you're busy, you have money coming in, all of these different things. You, at that time, could be looking at your business as it doing well because you're bringing in money. April 15th hits, or depending on whether the tax season extended or whatever, but after April, you could potentially be in a famine season because most people have already filed their tax returns. If you don't offer other services or provide other products or value adds for your clients, there may not be enough business or any business necessarily for you to be conducting. So you may be in a famine season where you're still living off of the business that you were doing during the tax filing season, or just maybe picking up a part-time job or whatever it looks like for you. But that famine season where not as much is coming in can be pretty stressful. And so when you're in And in using that as an example relating to business, a lot of times from an abundance standpoint, if we have a lot coming in, then sometimes that gives the need to spend a lot more or do certain things with the revenue or the income that we have coming in, because the idea is, especially if you have an abundance mindset, there's going to be more that's coming in, as opposed to maybe someone who has a famine or potentially a scarcity mindset, as that could be related to, where because not as much is coming in, maybe you're a little bit more not tight-lipped. What's the word that I want to use? You're a little bit more conservative as it relates to spending money. Maybe you're not investing in yourself or investing in your business. You're holding on tighter to what you have because you're not necessarily aware of when you're going to get more or when more is going to be coming in. Why am I bringing this up? Again, as we think about getting into Q4, quarter four of the year is starting tomorrow. A lot of us should be thinking about gearing up or getting ready for the things that we're going to be doing, either personally or in our business, to get ready for next year. And a lot of that could be investing in yourself, making sure that you have the tools and the skills and the education and the resources available to you to be able to start the new year off on the right foot. And well, one, end the year off on the right foot, and then that just carries over into the beginning of next year. And if you are in an abundance mindset, that's how most successful people continue to succeed, is because they're continuing to invest in themselves, they're continuing to grow, they're continuing to optimize what they have in order to get further of where they're going, as opposed to maybe someone who doesn't realize or recognize that they may be in a famine season. That affects the decisions that you're making and not making, in terms of what you're doing, what you're investing in, what you're not investing in, and what you should be doing to get ready for the end of the year. So to keep this video short, I just wanted to kind of bring that to everyone's awareness that um although there may be only like 3 months left in the season, there's a lot that can happen in this 90 days. And so with today again being the last day of Q3, but then also it is the last day that you can get discounts on the conference that I've been talking about for the past few weeks, the Fiscally Fabulous Wealth Summit, where we're going to be getting into mindset. We're going to be touching upon awarenesses behind abundance mindset and scarcity mindset. We're going to be talking about your relationships and your behaviors around money as it relates to your relationship with money, and your experiences that you may not recognize are showing up in different areas of your life, and that is also affecting the decisions that you're making, not only personally but in business. And so we're going to get into talking about that, or at least I'm going to get into talking about that, in addition to how to utilize tax planning and tax strategy as a resource to actually make you money as well as saving you money. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. But then there's also going to be other entrepreneurs and other business professionals that are there that are talking about other aspects of your business as well, whether it's marketing, whether it's investing, particularly in real estate, tax liens, tax deeds, which is a paper strategy and an alternative asset class that can really help you to grow your money without necessarily having a large capital amount to get started. We're going to have professionals that are there that are talking about business planning and how to get your business plan together, especially if maybe you're in a situation where you might not necessarily have launched yet, or you may not have made as many sales as you would like. Get in the room with these professionals and with these other investors and like-minded individuals that will help you make that leap to get things started. And again, end the year off strong, because then that's going to only carry over into the new year for you to have a strong 2025. So today's the last day to get this discount. I know most people when they're advertising and marketing, they're saying, "Oh, this is the last day," and then the sale continues. The sale is not going to continue. So after today, you will be paying full price for the same ticket that you could get at 75% off, essentially. So if you want to be in the room, you want to be able to set yourself up for success, and you want to be able to get it at a discount instead of paying a premium for the same thing. So, any questions, feel free to leave it in the chat or in the comments or however you're watching this, whether you're watching it live or you're likely probably going to watch the replay. And also give me some ideas on what you think about mindset. Are you in a feast or famine season right now, either personally or in your business? How do you think about mindset? Have you been operating from an abundance mindset or from a scarcity? And do you even um, know when that's happening in certain areas of your life, and how that's coming up? So I'd really be curious to hear what you guys think, and if there's anything else, any other feedback that you may have for me relating to what what do you want to hear about as it relates to mindset, money, tax, finance, business, all the things. So looking forward to seeing some comments, some feedbacks in the chat, and also I'm really looking forward to seeing hopefully more of you, or most of you at the conference in November. I'll leave some more information about that um, in the description. And take care. Happy end of Q3 and start to Q4. Take care. Bye.